Well, hello friends, and welcome back to the cabin. I've got a few chores that I've got to take care of. One of them is going out here and changing the oil in the generators, so I'll meet you out there. I'm going to make us something to drain that in. Now we'll put the new oil in it. I tell you what, these generators, they run really good. I still need to fix the fuel problem with that other one, but it's still running off the propane, so it's doing okay. These take 0.6 quarts, or just a little over a half. That looks like it right there. Get the dipstick back in it. Cover back on it, and be done with this one. Alright, let's crank her up and see how she sounds. Alright, I think that's good because it's just kind of dripping right now, so we'll take that off. That's the second one that I dumped, actually. Put this back on. And put our plug back in there. Alright, now we'll fill this one up. We'll be done. Seems like it right there. Alright, let's get this cover back on there. Test this one out, see what it runs like. And this is the one that's hooked up to propane. Well, I'm glad we got that done. Now I'll show you what I do with the extra oil that's left over. What I'm going to do is I'll take my little funnel, pour this other one in there because it took 0.6, right? So that leaves me 0.4 left. So if I pour the additional of this into there, then I should have enough for next time with a little bit left over. Well, now that we got the oil changed, I want to take a vacuum and see if we can suck a string through this conduit so that I can pull the wire that I picked up today. All I did was just tie a piece of string around the end of some paper towel like that, and then I just kind of pull this over it and stuck it up in the end of the pipe so that it pulled it through there. So since it's late, I'm going to go ahead and put this temporary cap back on this whole thing right here, which is temporary, and then tomorrow we'll pull that wire through there. I tell you, another thing too is, friends, these portable power stations like this right here, they're very important to have, because not only have I been running, let's see, almost 4 years now on battery stations like this. This one holds 1,000 watts. I've got some in there that hold 1,500 and others that hold 2,000. But this really comes in handy. Now, most of my tools that I have are battery operated. But these charging stations like this, or this battery station, if I need to use any type of power tool that I have that's corded, I just bring one of these out, plug into it, and there you go. So these are really nice to have in all different kinds of situations. Alright friends, so this is the wire right here that I picked up at the electrical store. I don't know if you all can see that or not, but this is an 8 gauge 3 conductor with a ground. So I've got 75 feet of that to pull in. I'm going to try to pull it in with that small string, but I've got some help that's going to be coming today. So if they're pushing and I'm pulling, it shouldn't be too hard. I don't think that small string will break. But I've also got some more sweeping 90s here for coming up the corner of the house there. I've got some clamps in here. I've got some 22s in here. And I've got everything. Oh, I've also got some black spray paint here to spray paint the pipe when it comes out of the ground, because we don't want the white, right? Still got some glue left, and we should be ready to go as soon as he gets here. The other thing that I decided that I needed was a spray bottle down here, like I've seen my good buddy Nathan from Out of the Woods. And if y'all haven't seen that channel, you need to go check it out, because I think that you'll like it. But I'm going to put some diesel fuel in this. Now I use a spindle lubricant, which cleans the blade really well, but it's also mixed with water. Sometimes if you're cutting pine, you might need something a little bit stronger. So what I'm going to do is put this in here. That way I can kind of squirt the blade just a little bit and get it clean, whatever the spindle lubricant doesn't take off. That just makes it a whole lot better to clean off any sap that might get on that blade that I might have trouble getting off. So what I'm going to do is, and I've got a little funnel right here, I'm going to pour some of that diesel fuel down in there. It's not going to take a lot, it's just going to take just a little bit, but yeah, that is going to help out a lot when you build up a bunch of pitch on your blade. It also helps to keep the bands or the rubber around the wheels, helps to keep that clean as well. So this will last a long time. That spindle lubricant, I'll tell you what, it does a really good job of keeping stuff off the blade. But like I say, every once in a great while you'll get some buildup on there that you might have to scrape off. So spraying this on there and then running that through the mill, it will generally take every bit of it off. So yeah, having something like this will help out a great deal, especially if I get a lot of sap, like I said. on that blade. I put it on rags before and wiped it off. I mean, it comes off just like that. So I thought I would put just a little bit in a spray bottle. That way I can kind of give it a squirt while it's running, rotate that thing around, and it should clean it up really well. Oh, and I can't forget another channel that I've been watching and learned so much from, and that is Robert Milton from Hobby Hardwood. If you all haven't checked that out, go check him out because I think that you will enjoy it. So it looks like once those pipes are in, once we get the wire pulled through there, we're going to get on with building the little hut. Now I still have the other array down here that I'm going to have to work on, and once that is done, then we will mount the panels to them. We will have the wire pulled in hopefully by that time, get those connected, run them up to the hut. We've got the wire going from the cabin to the hut. We'll have that connected up. Then all we'll have to do is put in all of the hardware on the inside of the hut once we get it built. And hopefully, like I said before, you know, that it's digital. So hopefully we can get everything to talk to each other and we won't have any issues with the solar. Since it's fall now and winter's coming on, we're not really for sure again how much power we're going to get. We'll be sure and update you. And like I said before, we do have that little generator that we're going to post one of the 100-pound propane tanks up there. So when we get, you know, some overcast weather for several days like you do in the winter time, we can recharge the batteries with the generator. But it looks like everything's coming together, and I'm cutting it close, but it looks like I'm going to be able to get it in there before winter gets here. All right, here we go. Well, we got that pulled in there without too much of a problem at all. I'll tell you what, Jimmy is a really good friend coming over here and helping me do that, because I just couldn't push on that one end and then run down there and pull it real fast on the other end. But we got it in there. Now all we have to do is terminate the ends once we get the building built and connect all the dots, and hopefully we'll be up and running soon. Anyway, friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.